This right here is what we're going to set up in this video. It is a centralized control panel to manage and keep tabs on all of your WordPress websites for yours and your clients. It's going to cost you nothing, zero, zilch, squat for this. And check this out. So here it is. You can see it has a lot of polish. This is actually just a plugin for your WordPress website. So if I click right here where it says go to admin, you can see it's just WordPress. So I'm going to click right here to get back into that really slick control panel. And you can see the sites I have connected into this. I have 2 updates available. I can click on update everything. And so if I had 10 sites and there was 30 different updates available, I could click this one button and it would update all of them. I'll click on yes, and you're going to see just within a matter of seconds, it's going to go out to my websites that need those updates and update them. And now I'm completely updated, and you can use this to manage backups, updates, security settings, caching settings, and there's even a paid option if you have clients for it to automate sending out a report to clients to show you what you're doing on their website, what you're adding, updating, and all that kind of stuff, all in an automated fashion. That's just for you people that have agencies and clients in something like this. I've been using this tool for 5 years. I love it, and I think you're going to love it too. So why do you want to do something like this in the first place? Well, if you have more than one website, 2, 3, 4, it can become a lot to manage them all and stay on top of them all. So it makes a lot of sense to have one centralized control panel that can be wherever you want it. It could be on your local computer, which is what I'm going to do in this video. It could be on your web hosting account, wherever you want it, where you can go in there and you can automate so many things when it comes to those websites. Updating plugins, updating themes. You can even set some plugins to not auto update if they have been known to have issues in the past. You can also automate creation of backups on all of those websites. You can automate the configuration for certain plugins on those websites. There's just so much that you can do when it's all centralized. You only have to log into one place. It'll tell you how many updates are available. You can decide which ones you want to update or just click a button and update them all. It's completely up to you. So there's a lot of reasons why you want to do this, whether it's just you or if you have clients and you want to manage those clients as well. So we're going to be using a tool though that is completely free. They do have a couple paid add-ons that most people won't need, and we'll just take a quick look at it. But everything I'm going to show you is totally free in this video. And I've been using this plugin for years. I mean, we're talking like 4 years I've been using this plugin. So here I am inside of SiteGround's new control panel. And I just wanted to demonstrate that web hosting companies are now adding some automatic update features, but it's not really a consolidated dashboard. So here I am on my SiteGround account. If I click on WordPress and then there's an option here that says auto update, I can actually choose the website that's hosted here and I can set rules. So this right here is the rule for WordPress itself updating, and this right here is for plugins, but you don't get quite the granular control over it that you might want, especially if it's for clients and your rear end is on the line. So the first step we are going to do is download this tool, and you're going to want to visit WPCrafter.com/mainWP, and I'll have a link down below. And when you do that, it's going to take you specifically to this page. Now, depending on when you're watching this video, this is for version 4 of MainWP, which is just about to be released. So they're in a release candidate, and here's where you can get access to it right now. But when you visit that link, it's going to take you right here. After it's released, I'll take this to maybe their coupon page so you can save a little bit of money if you were going to buy anything. So what you're going to want to do is scroll all the way down, and you're going to see right here the ability to download the dashboard and the child plugin. The reason there's 2 plugins is quite simple. The dashboard is the main plugin, and then each site that you're going to connect in needs to have this client or child plugin installed on it. So that's why you're going to have 2 plugins that you need to download. So the first one only goes where the main dashboard is going to be, and the other one will go on each of your client sites. Okay, now that we're here, what you're going to probably want to do is create an account. So you can go right here where it says login and register, and you're going to create an account because you're going to need an account to access the free extensions that you're probably going to want to use on this tool. So let's take a look at those now. So when I click on main WP extensions, they're all broken down into these categories. I'm just going to click on the free one right now, the free option, to show you the add-ons that you can get for free. And so you're going to be able to have this, actually really powerful, which is an activity log. So you'll be able to see who does what on these websites. I've actually never used this though. Next we have Advanced Uptime Monitor. This uses the free Uptime Robot service. I've been using that for probably 7 or 8 years. This is awesome. You want this. And then you have your option of which backup plugin you want to integrate. So there's backup WordPress. I think that's free. And then there's backup back WP up right here. That's free. And then right here is Updrafts Plus. So my preference is Updrafts Plus because I've used it for years and it's never let me down. So you're going to probably want to add this to your dashboard. Okay, so we've got those. And let's look at what else we have. We have this clean and lock extension. This is going to kind of put your dashboard in an incognito mode so no one will be able to find it on the internet. But in this video, we're going to just install it on our local computer anyway, and you might just want to do it that way anyway. We have security integration, a WooCommerce shortcuts, a vulnerability checker, and that's pretty much what we have here for free. Now, they do have a bunch of other extensions that if it's just you and your websites, they might not be so important to you. But if you're managing clients' websites, they have some extensions for that, for managing the client reports and all kinds of interesting things. So you could just go through this and see their add-ons priced are the $29 or $39, something like that, in that range. They do have a bundle that you can get if you wanted. And this is actually a really good value. If you have an agency, this is a great value. If it's just you and you have a couple websites, it's probably not as crucial. So it's $3.99 for everything they have for life, if that interests you. I'll have info down below how you can save 10-15% off on that. Okay, so I've gone ahead and downloaded what I needed, those 2 plugins, and you'll want to have done that as well. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is install WordPress, where we want to have this dashboard be. So for me, I'm just going to do it on my local computer using this free program called Local by Flywheel. I created a tutorial on this. It's free. And I'll put a link in the video description box down below where you can access that and you can see how to install this. But you can put main WP anywhere you want. If you wanted to have it be a dedicated domain name or a subdomain on your domain, you could choose whatever you wanted to do. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to click on the plus. I'm going to name this. There it is, main WP. I'll click on continue. I'll click on continue. I'll fill in a username and password. I'll click on add site. And what this is going to do is just take a moment to add the site. Okay, I have my site here now. What I always like to do next with main WP though is, I'm sorry, not main WP, with manage WP, or main WP, I'm getting all these WPs all confused. I like to click this SSL tab. I like to click right here where it says trust. And now you can see it is trusted right here. So now what I like to do is click right here where it says admin. And I'm going to go ahead and log in. Okay, I'll click on log in and there I am. So I have this fresh installation. I go to settings, general, and this is where I have my URL. I just need to pop that S in so it's HTTPS. I'll click on save changes. It boots me out and I log in again. Okay, now what you can see here on the top left, I have the padlock. So I just like to get that set up right. So main WP is a plugin. So I'm going to go to plugins, add new, and I've already downloaded it. So I'll click on upload plugin and I will drag and drop that plugin across. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll click on install now. And it's going to go ahead and upload and install main WP. Now, there's an advantage to having this on your local machine. There's no way for anyone to hack into it really from the outside. And so that adds that extra layer of security that you don't get with any of these hosted or software as a service platforms. Okay, I'll go ahead and click on activate plugin. And here we are. We're in this brand new, fresh, beautiful dashboard that comes with main WP. All right, so here is the first thing we're going to want to do. We're getting this notice here that's saying the child theme that we should auto update that. So we should set this up to automatically update that always. That's a good idea in this case. So I'm going to click right here where it says turn on, and now that goes away. Right off the bat, we see a beautiful dashboard, but we don't have enough data in here because we haven't connected any sites yet. So before I get into any of the things you can do here, I'm going to go ahead and install the client. So here I am on a public website, and I'm going to go to, and there's actually updates that need to happen, right? So I'm going to, and that's intentional. So I'm going to go to plugins, add new. I'm going to click on upload plugin, and this time I'm going to install the main WP child plugin. I'll click on install now, and here it is, and this is going to give us instructions on what to do. It's basically saying your website now is kind of in receiving mode for main WP. You better go add that sucker right now. So I'm going to do that. So let me go ahead and take my URL. I just copied that into the clipboard to save some time. I'm going to go back here. I'll click on new site. And here we are. So first thing I want to do is add the URL. Now it auto puts the HTTPS, but you can choose what you want it to be. You notice when I clicked on it, it eliminated that for me, which I appreciate. And now right here, you'll want to put the username. And I think that's the username, I forget. All right. And so here is the friendly name. What this means is if you're looking at a list of 20 or 30 or 40 different websites, this is the name that you're going to see to be able to identify it. So you can make it just be like how you would normally name a business, or you can have it formatted as a URL. It's completely up to you. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it this way. Now, as we scroll down, we also have an option to group websites. So you can organize your websites in certain groups, a group of e-commerce websites or learning management system websites or just brochure websites. However you want to do it, you can go ahead and group it if you wanted to. And then we have some remaining options regarding SSL, usernames and passwords. That is a little technical. You're probably not having that set up on your website to protect it. And we have a force IPv4. We're just going to go ahead and click on add site right here and see what happens. It said adding site, and then it really within a split second said site successfully added. Visit the site's dashboard now. So when I click on that, it's already connected. It literally like that, and it already is showing that some updates need to happen, which I already knew because we were able to see that when we went back to the website. Now, if I click on dashboard, you're going to see that big red notice goes away. So I like this so far. So let's take a look at what this dashboard is now telling us we have. So here's a big button right here to update everything if I wanted to. It's showing me what updates are available. We see we have a plugin and a theme update, and I can actually see the details. Now what happens is when you go see details, it's going to break it on down what it is and where it is, which website, so you can decide if you want to install that update. And what's nice is you have an option to ignore a particular update. This is really useful. Okay, so I've gone back, and there are some rules that you can consider plugins and themes abandoned, so they don't show up here in the list. We've got some recent pages. We just got a whole bunch of information here that's useful to be able to have at a glance. Right here we can see the plugins. We can just click a button to deactivate the plugins. We've got info on the child site. We've got a lot of good information here. So this has actually taken me specifically to this one website. But when I click back on overview, this will be information on all of the websites. So if I had like 3 or 4 websites connected and there was more than 2 updates, but it spanned across the various websites, we would have all that information right here. It's beyond useful. So now what I want to do is take you through just some of the settings really quick, some of the things you could do, and also how to connect into those extensions that I was talking about. So in the top right, we have the option wheel right here, and it says screen options. So when we click on this, we can choose which of these data boxes that we're interested in and not interested in. So if I did not want to see recent posts, I can check this box, And when I click on Save Settings, recent posts just went away. That easy. And these are reorganizable. So if I wanted to put this right here, I can just drag and drop it right there. Or I can put that at the top. I can make this basically however I want it to be. Let me put that there, and that looks good for me. Now let's take a look at the actual settings for the app. I'm not going to be able to go through all of them. Here it is. I clicked on settings. We have global options, advanced options, and some tool options, and some report options. I have to verify if the reports are free. I thought you had to buy an extension for that. So that'll be good to know. All right, so the first thing is this option right here. If you're connecting into a lot of shared hosting, you might want to turn this on right here. It's going to maintain the connection with them, because what this does is it goes out and it will connect into all of these sites and gather data and bring it back in. So you can decide whether you want this on or not. If you're having any issues syncing with the sites, you might need to turn this on. Okay, notification emails. Yes, that's a benefit. You can get notifications when there's these updates. This is something WordPress doesn't do natively, but you can when you're using this tool. You can add additional email addresses. Okay, show favicons. That's actually kind of cool. You can have the sidebar be on the right or the left. It's completely up to you. Here's something neat. You can do automatic plugin updates and theme updates, but what's nice is you can determine which plugins and themes that you trust to release good updates. So you would mark those as trusted, and you could choose to just install updates or automatically add updates for what you choose to trust. I really like that feature. Okay, and so we have that. Let's just take a quick glance at the advanced options. And this is more giving you granular control at the speed at which it connects into all of those child sites. If you have 100 websites in here, you might want to tap into this. And these were some of the additional options when we connected the site. Main WP tools right here. This is where you'd go if you're running into any issues connecting into the child sites. You can import and export some information here, and also another place to control what you want shown on your overview page. And then we have this tab, Manage Client Reports. I seriously thought client reports, let's see, for WooCommerce settings. We'll have to look. I think client reports is something you have to pay for if you want to automate reports being sent to your clients, letting them know on their website how many things were updated and all the activity that you've had on that particular website. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on extensions, and this is the way extensions work. If you created that username and password, you would just go ahead and enter it right now. Or you could click right here where it says create main WP account. You click on that, create your account. And what this is going to allow you to do is any extension that you've purchased. I know it sounds funny because I told you you're not purchasing anything, and you're actually not. But you actually have to purchase the free add-ons to be able to add them to main WP. So you would go here. You can click on more info on one of these add-ons right here, and then it says order the extension for free. Just go ahead and click on that to order whatever extension that you want. So now when you're in here and you put in your username and password, it will show you what you purchased. Even though it's free, it'll show you what you purchased. Let me show you an example. I'll go ahead and put my info in. Okay, I've put my info in. I think I click on verify my login, and I'll click on install extensions. It's going to show me this pop-up, and it shows me everything that I've purchased. So it shows I've purchased, for free mind you, the Updraft Plus extension. So I could just check this box to install it. And then here's all the other extensions that you might want to look at. Yeah, there it is, the client report extension. Actually, let me just see what that costs real quick, just so we know. That's $69. Yeah, that's one of the more expensive add-ons because it's for a business purpose to automate reports getting sent out to your clients. So it's good that they charge for that. So I've chosen that, and I'm going to go here and I'll just click on, I'll scroll up, I'll click on install. And so what this is going to do is it's going to download and install this add-on extension. Mind you, I bought it completely for free. Okay, it downloaded and then refreshed the page. And so I remember when I did this in testing, I had to go and activate it manually. So here's this option that says go to WP admin. check this out. When I click on it, now I'm back in WordPress. That just happens to be the WordPress site that I installed main WP. Let me go into plugins and make sure it downloaded. Yep, there it is. And I was right. I needed to activate it. So I'll go ahead and click on activate. And now I have it activated, this extension, and it takes me back into main WP. That's it. So what I want to do now is just show you updating. So it says update everything. If I go back here, you can see I need updates. This is the public site that I have connected in. I'll click on update everything, and it's going to show me just a confirmation of what's about to happen. And it's showing right here, this is the site that needs an update, and do I want to proceed? I'll click on yes, and then it does this. And so now it's communicating with my website to update the plugin and the theme. You can see it's done already. So now let me go back to that website. Let me click on home again just to kind of do a refresh, and you can see everything is updated that fast, that easy. And that's all it takes to have a centralized control panel to manage all of your sites and in one place, and click on one button to update everything, to back up everything, and to manage all of these various processes that you might have. And as you saw in this video, it didn't really cost a penny. It didn't cost a penny. Now, I chose to install it on my local machine, but you can put it on your web hosting account if you choose to. So, hey, that is all that I have for you in this video. If you found some value in it, please give this a thumbs up. Subscribe and click on that notification bell. If you have any questions about main WP, you can ask down below. Remember, I have the link in the video description box that's going to take you to the right places. And I'll also see about getting some kind of a discount on that as well, just for the people that wanted to maybe purchase some of the add-ons. But as you saw, it's definitely not required. Hey, that's all I have for you in this video. Thanks for spending the time with me to watch it, and I'll see you in the next video.